Hey, so today I had lunch with some friends who are they're actually work in, it's a professional, very professional environment. They have offices and they work with legal people. So, and it was interesting because some of the things that they were talking about and complaining about are similar things that I dealt with as a medical technologist in the lab, and that I hear other people talk about in their jobs. I have a friend who works at Kohl's, and she says the same thing. And the commonality of it is that there's always going to be somebody, it might be a supervisor, it might be a coworker, who tries to make your life miserable. And how do you deal with that, right? And so, we have a generation of kids that I don't think they understand how to deal with that stuff. I think that when they start working, they're going to be in for a rude awakening and seeing how they are treated. When I was younger, the first jobs that I ever had, I wasn't treated the best, and I had to deal with some stuff, some of like my coworkers and things like that. And so for the most part, my bosses were pretty good, but some of the coworkers I had to work with, especially during training, were horrible. And so I remember having anxiety during my internship because of one individual who really should not have been training. She was not patient at all. But anyway, and so I was just thinking about our kids, like, how are they going to be able to handle that, right? We gotta warn them and help them, prepare them for life. They're not going to survive a day in the real world, where, because right now they're pampered and loved and they're in a safe environment and we're great, exceptional parents. But when they get to the real world and start working in a real job, in a real office or a real work situation, whatever they end up doing, they got to learn to let go, first of all, to kind of grin and bear it at times, to do their best no matter what, to really remember who they are and not get lost in that, because sometimes people will suck you into things to be gossip or whatever. And it's really, really important to let them know that, especially their first job, is not going to be a dream. It's not going to be like they're going to be in utopia. It's going to take some time to get adjusted, to learn the ins and outs of whatever job they have, and to learn everything they needed to learn. Sometimes we have to change some things about ourselves. Like, for example, this is a good example. There might be a dress code. There might be rules against dyeing your hair, for example. My daughter has had issues with that. Piercings, or just shoes they have to wear. And so it's important. It's so important to teach our kids those things, that when the time comes that they're going to have to learn how to just accommodate and to fit in. It's important to fit in. And, there are some people that are just not people, like they don't like dealing with people. And so I think that if you're that type of person, you'll understand that some people just want to be left alone. But if you're more a social person and like to talk to people, when I was a teacher, I had students that were like that. They could not, stay quiet. They had to share, they had to talk with their neighbors and things. And, and in a work environment, some people work best when it's quiet and they can focus and they don't need those disruptions. And so anyway, yeah, I was just thinking about that. I felt like it was important to share if it's something you hadn't thought about. So if your children are at that age, teenager and up, you got to talk to them about these things. Okay. All right. As always, good luck on your journey, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.